When most people think about meeting with a financial advisor, they assume the first conversation is about investments. What should I buy? How much should I contribute to my RRSP or TFSA? How should my portfolio be invested? That's actually not where we start. The very first thing we build for every new client is something much simpler. A personal balance sheet. Before you can figure out where you're going financially, you need to know exactly where you are today. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Martin Cloutier from Prestige Private Wealth Management. Many people have no idea what their true net worth actually is. Today, I'm going to show you why net worth is one of the numbers that determines your financial future and why that is the foundation of every financial plan that we build. What is a personal balance sheet? Think of a personal balance sheet as a snapshot of your financial life on a specific date. On one side, you list everything that you own. On the other side, you list everything that you owe. If you were to sell everything you own, your net worth is the money you would have left in your jeans after you pay off all your debt. It's a simple concept, but it's one of the most powerful financial planning tools because your net worth tells a story that income alone can't. You see, I've met people earning hundreds of thousands of dollars per year with very little net worth. I've also met retirees living on modest incomes with substantial wealth. Income tells you what comes in, net worth tells you what you've kept. Think of net worth as being on the scoreboard for your financial life. In sports, nobody judges success based on how hard players ran or how many shots they took. No. They look at the scoreboard. The same thing applies financially. You can earn a great income and still make very little progress if your spending rises just as fast as your earnings. You can receive raises, bonuses, promotions for decades and still arrive at retirement wondering where all the money went. Net worth cuts through all that noise. It measures the cumulative result of every financial decision that you've made, the money you've saved, the debts you've eliminated, the investments you've accumulated, the wealth you've built over time. That's why we pay so much attention to it, because net worth isn't just a number. It's evidence of financial progress. You should track it over time. When we build a balance sheet, we typically divide your assets into 4 categories. First, cash and savings. This includes your bank accounts, high interest savings accounts, and emergency reserves. Second, investable assets. Things like RRSP, TFSA, non-registered investments, defined contribution pension plans, and private corporate shares. Third, personal use assets. Your home, your cottage, your vehicles, and other major possessions. And finally, liabilities. Mortgages, lines of credits, loans, and any other debt obligations. Once everything is listed, we can calculate your total net worth. And for some people, it's the first time they've ever seen their entire financial life summarized in one document. So why does it matter? Most people think a balance sheet is just an accounting exercise. It's not. It's the foundation for virtually every financial planning decision. Can you retire? Can you spend more in retirement? Are there better ways to restructure your debt? How much tax could your estate owe? How much can you leave behind for your family? Every one of those questions starts with understanding your balance sheet, because if you don't know what you own, you don't know what you owe, and where everything is located, it's difficult to make informed decisions about your future. Think of it this way. A balance sheet isn't just a snapshot. If you update it every year, it becomes your movie. You can watch your financial life unfold over time. During your working years, you generally want to see your net worth going up. As you save, you invest, you reduce your debt, your financial position should improve. Then retirement arrives. At that point, your balance sheet begins to evolve. Some assets are converted into income, and some accounts are intentionally drawn down. Your focus shifts from accumulation to distribution, and eventually, whatever remains becomes your estate. Your income is a snapshot of this year, and your net worth is the story of your entire financial life. That's why tracking it matters. It's one of the few numbers that follows you through every stage of your financial journey. One of the biggest mistakes I see is that people focus on individual accounts. They know the value of their RSP, they know the value of their TFSA, they know approximately what their home is worth, but they've never put everything together in one place. Without a complete balance sheet, you're looking at individual puzzle pieces instead of the entire picture. And when you can't see the entire picture, important planning opportunities often get missed. Financial planning works best when you can see the entire landscape. When we build a balance sheet for clients, we're not just calculating a number. We're looking for opportunities. Do they have too much wealth tied up in a single asset? Is there unnecessary debt that's slowing progress? Are there tax planning opportunities? Are there estate planning opportunities or concerns? Will there be enough liquidity to pay taxes at death? Is the current investment strategy appropriate for your overall financial position? The balance sheet often reveals opportunities that are not obvious at first glance. In many cases, some of the most valuable planning recommendations come directly from insights uncovered during the process. There's another reason why this matters. When someone passes away, their balance sheet becomes their estate. Everything they've spent decades building is summarized in a single document. The assets, the debts, the taxes, and ultimately what gets transferred to the people they care about most. That's why we place so much importance on understanding net worth, because if you don't know what you own today, it's pretty hard to protect what you hope to leave behind tomorrow. Most people spend more time tracking the value of their home, their RSP, and their investment accounts than they do tracking their overall net worth. That's fine, but your net worth is one number that ties everything together. It helps measure where you've been. It shows where you stand today, and it helps determine whether you're moving in the right direction. That's why it's the first thing we build for every new client. Because before you worry about investment returns, retirement, income, and tax planning or estate strategies, you need a clear understanding of your financial foundation. And that foundation starts with knowing your net worth. If you'd like a copy of the balance sheet we use to calculate your net worth, you can download it using the link below. And if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with somebody who might benefit from the conversation. It's one of the ways we help you to live for today while planning for a better tomorrow.